Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Karen, you keep saying after this, you gonna see who your real friends are. Girl, you ain't finna have no friends. You about to be you and Stacy? You in the car with Mia correcting her about your case. You mad at Wendy because tomorrow's her birthday and they go and she's juiced about her birthday. You mad about that because your birthdays on the show have been terrible. You snapping at Jackie and embarrass her in front of everybody, making her cry, and you're not supporting Giselle when you said you would. Hey, besties. Welcome to Behind the Shade and welcome back. Let's throw some shade, honey. Because, baby, Karen and that darn, what's her name? Jacqueline? Ooh, okay, girl. Let's get into another episode whew, of The Real Housewives of Potomac. It is season 9, episode 4. Bunking beds and butting heads. It rhymes. Do I like it? No. Do you like the title, besties? No, right? I kind of liked when Stacy said, "Who called me boring?" So I'm renaming this episode "Who Called Me Boring." And how would you rate this week's episode? It was cool. It was cool. Let's get into it because it was cool. I liked it. Let's say an 8. I'll give it about an 8. Almost could have been a 10, but an 8. Um, don't forget to like the video and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. It helps. It's free and it helps the community of other content creators and it helps me. I'm starting. I'm a beginner. Help me out. Help me out. Okay, so let's get into it. Child. So the girls are headed to the house. They're in 3 different SUVs having 3 different conversations. So Wendy asked Giselle how her and Karen are. And she's like, we definitely need to talk. We definitely need to talk. And so, Wendy is all here. She's a birthday girl, and I'm here for it. So she's like, okay, yeah. Can y'all talk later on today? Because don't talk about this tomorrow. Because tomorrow is Wendy's birthday, and she don't want no static on her birthday. Giselle says, bet, got you. Will do. Cool. Giselle definitely wants to talk to Karen because she feels disrespected by her messing up the charity with, inviting the girls at the last minute and their charities being the same time. Uh, what else happened? So Mia and Karen are in their car, and like I said, Mia is trying to get into the real about this case, this DUI case, and Karen is paying her dust. You will have to wait and see what the judge says. No, I'm not in the wrong. We'll have to see. I don't want to say anything that it will incriminate me, and that's that on that. So in the third car, who is it? The new girl's in the car. So it's Jazzy, Chow, Kierna, they call Kay. Kierna, Jassy, and who else was in the car with them? Kierna, Jassy. Oh, Ashley. And so Jassy was referring to Jacqueline as Mia's sidekick. Girl, side piece. What you talking about? Child, Jacqueline is Mia's girlfriend, honey. Ain't no sidekick. She's a side piece. So Mia thinks Stacy is not interesting. She's boring. And so Mia says she can't vibe with the Valley girl. Well, yeah, because you are a mess and you full of confusion and you full of drama, Mia. That's your zhush. But don't sweat Stacy because she's she's a different, she's cut from a different cloth. I won't say she's better, but she's real. She's wholesome. She's chill. She's not boring. She's just not full of drama. So in the car with Kieran and them, we learned that Greg is 42 and she's much younger. I don't know how old Kierna is, but he's older than her, and he owns a mental health facility. And I just asked last week, we need to see what he does for a living, because the YouTube streets are saying that he's ugly and she can do better. He ain't cute enough for her. And I was like, well, let's see what he do for a living. Like, where does he come from? Like, what is he about? Maybe that's what's attractive. And so owning a mental health facility is very attractive, honey. Grow up, y'all, just a little. Just grow up a little bit. It ain't about the looks unless you're trying to have a baby. So they're in the car. They talking about Jassy is older than the football player she's dating. She's 3 years older. Uh, Kierna says she used to like older guys, and then Ashley put in her 2 cents with her with Mike old butt, and they were talking about like because Greg, what's her name? Kierna works with Greg at his facility. She gave herself some CEO type of title or whatever, and she got mad at him because he called her an employee. And we know she owns a spa, so she says pretty much her spa runs itself. So she goes over to Greg's and help him with his facility. And so jokingly, he called her an employee, blah, blah, blah. So Ashley's like, oh no, honey. When me and Mike had our Australian restaurant, we argued and it just wasn't good to work with your man. Oh, girl, please be quiet. Kierna, you help Greg if that's what he needs, child. So they arrive to the lake house and the home, they call it Mia's Manor. And I'm like, okay, Kenya Moore Manor. Don't let Kenya find out that you over there that took her manor. Okay, Mia's Manor. You could have said Mia's Mansion or something else, but she went ahead and bit Kenya. So, honey, they go inside and, honey, they are greeted. They all have their own personal concierge, honey. They have a butler, they have chefs. It's going down very nicely set. The setup is really, really nice, Mia. Good job. So they go to their rooms. This is one of the franchises along with Atlanta. Like, they just have to fuss and fight over these rooms. And it's like, it's so old. And it seems like only the black girls fuss and fight and make a big fuss out of the rooms. Them girls in Salt Lake City, they wasn't tripping out there in Salt Lake when they went to Wisconsin, Milwaukee. They wasn't tripping. When who else? Dubai, they don't be tripping. Or do they? Was Dubai? I think they were. But the Orange County, they wasn't tripping. But at the same time, they be having sweets. Like Milwaukee was fresh. That was a guest house, and everybody had their own room equally. But anyway, they don't be tripping. So, um, Giselle and Karen discover that they have to share bathrooms. And child is such a big deal for them. Oh my gosh. I gotta poop in there and I can't poop with her and la 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 la. And so Giselle is like, I gotta pee. And Karen don't want her to say I gotta pee, but say urinate. And it's like, what? So Giselle says she gonna pee all over the seat, honey, and she gonna let her sit in it. And I'm like, exactly. But at the same time, Giselle, I remember when you and Robin had to share bathrooms and y'all made a big deal out of it. So much so, didn't y'all go rent a hotel room? And Robin, I already know her reason because it was Mother Nature was calling on her. So she didn't want to be around that with men in the house also, because they had to go downstairs and use the common bathroom. So she was like, nope, I'm going to get me a room. Okay, so Karen says Giselle pees like a horse. And it's like, Karen, you act like you're single. Don't you share a bathroom with Ray? He's like 20 years older than you. I'm sure Ray's old self is peeing on the floor in his pants. The drip drip. He ain't shaking, shaking, shaking. I'm sure You are used to pee all over. I know your bathroom stinks. Unless you have a housekeeper and you clean it up every day. But you share a bathroom with an older guy. Like, it just is so funny that you're acting like this with another woman. Like, you guys are very well to do, decent women. I'm sure you will be okay with sharing a bathroom. I mean, goodness gracious. God. So, um, Kiana and Stacy have to share the bunk bedroom. It's like 3, 4, 5 bunk beds in there. Child look like a dorm or a jail. It looked like military. Like, who thought to do this in this room? Like, okay, so I guess if you Airbnb this house, there's a room for children. But golly, it's so many bunk beds in there. So Mia says they are in girlfriend boot camp, honey. The new girls got to go in there. It'll be Kierna and Stacy. So Kierna is like, well, we're going to put these bunk beds together and I'll have a queen size bed. And so Wendy helps her push the beds together. And so then they go to Wendy's room. It's downstairs, I believe, and it's very well decorated for her 40th birthday. So cute. And guess who's hating? You got it, Karen. But I thought it was very cute and thoughtful that they did that for Wendy, because they have iced Wendy out of this so many seasons. She's been little cold shoulder, the colorism thing. It's just like, yes, let's celebrate Wendy. um Karen is mad because she said her birthdays on the show have been a bust. And they flashback. And yes, I agree. But let's move on, Karen. It's not about you, it's about Mia. So then Mia and Jacqueline are sharing a room. You know, ugh. Whew. They're sharing a room. Jacqueline is fine with that. And you wonder why they call you her sidekick. But they need to call you the side piece because I'm convinced they go together. I'm just too convinced. They share everything. Remember on the last cast trip when they went to Florida? Was that Florida? Florida. They were in the shower together. They share men. If one break up, one want to date them. Child. We're convinced y'all go together. Well, I am. Besties, what do you guys think about Jackie and Mia? Like, they're so close. I think they've dabbled. I think they have. So she defends herself, and Jackie is like, I am the steak and lobster, honey. I am giving business owner. I'm a mom. I have body. I have hair. I have intellect, and I have the finesse. You better talk your talk, girl. Is that what Mia likes about you? So Jassy says, from the neck up. I'm like, no, we're not. Wait a minute, Jassy. Now I like you, but let's not do petty. So she thinks Jacqueline is obsessed with Mia. She is, honey. She is. She is. Jassy said she was joking about the sidekick because she was saying that Mia has an even better sidekick, talking about herself. So now we got two women fighting over Mia. And this is why Jacqueline can't get along with Mia's other friends because they come over that night and they had asked Jacqueline about them, and you're like, nah, she's not cool with them. Like, you're too possessive, girl. So Jacqueline says, that's fine because I'm her number one. Sidekick, side piece. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So they're besties, but Jacqueline, besties though, is Jacqueline weirdly obsessed with Mia? What do you guys think? Like, are they together? Because they give scissor sisters, is that what it's called? I think they have crossed the line, honey. So Karen she really thinks Jacqueline is acting weird, and then tells her she wasn't drunk on the phone call with her. Now we got to bring that up. So Jacqueline says she was. And so Jacqueline brought this up at Kara's birthday party, and that was a whole something of another on episode 1. So they have a back and forth and back again. And it's like, so they said, I have been a friend to you. Liar. You are deflecting on a lot of things. You backstabbing heifer. I'm not lying on you. Shut up. You're a flipper. Then Jacqueline starts crying, child. And honey, Karen says she don't care. You can cry till the cows come home. She ain't buying it. And it's like, okay, Jacqueline, you missed your moment. If you were trying to be a producer, you should have had a receipt right then and there. We've heard about the rumor. You said it. You say you're not lying. Produce something. Did you record the conversation? Did you ask her, has she been drinking? And she admitted that she had been drunk. You had nothing else to say to back it up. So they think you lying. We think you lying. Besties, what you think? And it's like, whew. Jizzy says, Karen, come on now. She said, Karen is being a mean girl. And she is. Like, Karen, we get you going through stuff, but why are you being mean to them? You the one on your second DUI. Like, come on here now. You 60 years old. Chill out. And my thing is, had you just got in front of it, like what does Funky Dineva say? I'm not gonna let you spray me with my own junk, my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it just seems like had Karen just admitted to things when it happened. Yes, I've done it. It's not a good thing. I'm taking responsibility, and I am going to, do the steps to get better. Done deal. We wouldn't be talking about this right now. You said it. You took accountability, but just the whole. You see how if you deflect, you see how it keeps coming up every episode, and people are thinking about it because you haven't said anything, and it's not like you have to say something to, I guess, incriminate yourself. But I mean, you were there. Who else towed a car up? Who else? Are you gonna blame this on the deer? And this is your second time. Okay, girl. So we're gonna wait and see what the judge say. So Stacy finally arrives. They take her to the room with the bunk beds. They think she gonna flip out because she's a valley girl. Come to find out, Stacy loves bunk beds. Have always wanted one. Never had one when she was growing up. And she was like, her and Kieran, they were like, they're down to get to know one another now. They're going to bond and they're going to have a good time in their bunk bedroom. Because it's enough of them in there. It's like 4 different sets of bunk beds. So Jassy cleans it up. She cleans her neck up comment with Jackie. I didn't mean to say that you was ugly. I just don't like what you have on. And Jacqueline is like, girl, this is my airport outfit. And it's like, Jassy, really? You could have just said, I apologize. You didn't have to go into her outfit. Wow. Okay. So Karen tells Stacy that the group says she's boring. Why are you going back telling? Oh, I forgot. This is an edited reality show and you have to keep the mess going. And so Stacy is like, why? Because I'm positive. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly why. And they're not used to that. They're not used to you being of a positive nature and not using your success as a weapon towards them. And da 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 da. So she goes into her, come into my world. And I was like, good thing. I'm here for Stacy. I'm here for Stacy. I love that. And they had the music, they had the little sci-fi music in the background. Loved it. So they go on this boat ride. They're taking an evening boat ride in the back. And the women are sitting on the boat, and some are not as close. Like the new girls are kind of in the back, and the other girls are kind of sitting in front of each other towards the front. Not a big boat, but they were able to have their own conversation. And at the same time, they were able to get eavesdropped on. So Stacy asked Kierna, so who you not close with in this group? And she was like, Ashley. And this comes from the brawl that she had with Deborah last season at the GNA event. And, she says, Ashley apologized at the reunion, but she wasn't ready to accept her apology. And her apology seemed very fake. Fake, fake, fake. Hold on. So then we find out, child, that DC pressed charges, I guess, on Deborah. And then Kiana says she pressed charges too. And she's waiting on her court date, honey. I was like, oh, wow. Well, this is something. Okay. Okay. Is this why we still have Ashley on the show? So that when I hope the court case happens while they're taping. And then will Ashley be able to get into it with Kierna when she brags about her winning? And then Ashley says something, in defense of Deborah, and they get into it again. Maybe that might be why Ashley's here. Huh. Moving on. So, on the other end of the boat, Mia is explaining her and Gordon in the way that they co-parent, because somebody, I think it was Ashley asked, was this the same place that they were at on New Year's Eve when they took a picture? So it was the whole family, the kids, Mia, Ink, and Gordon in a picture. And she said, yeah, so this is a rental she always rents. So Mia's talking about the ups and downs of this co-parenting with G. He suffers from something and he's on medication. He's a manic depressant, maybe. And someone was asking, so when he take his pills, he's cool. And she was like, no, he can have an episode even if he take his pills. And part of being a manic, he overspends. And then they flash back to when G was bragging that he had bought Mia a G-Wagon paid cash for a child. And so sometimes G likes to co-parent with Ink being there, and sometimes he doesn't like when Ink is there, probably because Ink is always there. And it's like, why does he always have to be here? Like, these are my children. I don't have to, like, Ink may seem like, man to man, Ink probably giving him that, that security, that testy man to man. I don't like you, but I'm here. You better, he probably bringing on some male energy that just doesn't need to be there, because this is about the children. And sometimes you need to fall back sometimes. And Mia, you need to establish that. And Gordon, ask for it. Ask for that boundary, because you shouldn't have to have no downs when you're hanging out with your kids. The down should just be Mia. It shouldn't be Mia and Ink. Like, I think it might, because Mia probably bring Ink everywhere, and she just your ex don't want to see you just glowing and smiling ear to ear. Like, we don't want to see that. And does G bring his girlfriend around? Because I heard what Mia said on the Carlos King interview like 2 weeks ago, that he has a younger girlfriend. Mia gonna say she's not that cute, but he has somebody. Does he bring her around? So Giselle says, this is just happening too fast and it's confusing. And if I'm confused, I know the kids are confused. And probably because they all can be together with Ink, and sometimes Gordon don't want to be, like, and that's his right. That is his right. So, Mia also said, and being that he overspends, she has had to save their marriage financially 3 times, and she's not doing that anymore. So, besties, do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that? What do you mean you had to save him? Y'all don't share money together? Aren't y'all married? You had to save him. What, like cut him off, turn the debit card off, take it out his wallet? Do y'all believe that? Because I don't. Because you know what they say, Mia be lying. And Jackie do too. So wait, maybe Jackie's, no, let me stop. Okay, so Mia says she saved him 3 times. She done. So then Ashley must have heard the girls talking about her. So that they was talking about Ashley, how Ashley told the table last week that Stacey has a new friend. Well, they said man. Stacey said man, but Ashley said friend. So Ashley defends herself. She said, I said you have a friend. I didn't say you were getting a divorce and you were up under a new man. But it's like, she said, stop saying that. Uh but Ashley, we all grown. And when they're talking about her divorcing and how sad it is and how she just thinks every divorce is sad, and you jump in unannounced, no one asked you, you jump in and say, oh, well, she has a new friend. We know what that means. We know what new friend means. New friend means there's someone else. There's someone else that she likes. There's someone else that she's interested in. There's someone else who likes her. There's someone else that she may be spending time with. There's someone that she might be banging with. Those are the insinuations that we picked up on, Ashley, when you said new friend. She can't claim him as a man or a boyfriend because she's still married and she doesn't want it to look like that. But she didn't even want to bring it up. But I thought maybe she would bring it up if you would have let her keep talking because they were having a girl moment. But then you bring this up prematurely, and then Ashley's going to say, well, I didn't know it was a national secret. Don't do that, because that's when I think Stacey has a right to ball her fist up. But no, because we don't want to be in Deborah's situation. But you know what I mean. I didn't know it was a national secret. That's when I would have cussed Ashley out. And I hope you can swim, because I know you can't touch people, huh? Okay, so yeah, you just shouldn't have said anything, Ashley. And then you notice anyway. So Karen told Ashley that Stacey is a more private person, and you brought it up to everyone. So Stacey comes over, and she comes over to Giselle and them. She wants to sit with them, and she kind of explains herself. And so she's pretty much saying how when she got married to her husband, they were married for like 16 years. I think they dated for 20 or whatever, but she got married for forever. That's what everybody does, right? So she said, now I got this new man. He's wonderful, and I can't move forward with him until I'm divorced. And she said, and Ashley, you took someone very special to me, and you reduced it. That's what I'm talking about. I was like, tell her, girl, I like that. You reduced it. You took someone so special, and you reduced it. You reduced it. So then Stacey apologizes to Ashley for snapping at her. But you never hear Ashley apologizing to Stacey. Never. And this is why why is Ashley here again? I'm just going to ask this every week. Why is Ashley here? So then, thank goodness, because I've been waiting, because we did not get a reaction from you last week, Stacey. Then she's like, and then you come to my house. We've been spending time. You've been coming over my house. Then you come over the next day and you put your bunions on my countertops. Stacey's boring. No, she's not. So no apology from there either. Like, we got to hold Ashley accountable, Stacey. We have to hold her accountable. If she apologized, this should have been on camera. We needed to hear her apologize to you for two reasons. You came over there and put your foot on my counter. You nasty. Ugh. I would have put Ashley out my house right then and there, baby. She would anything else she would have been saying, should have been walking to that front door too. So then Stacey tells him that she hasn't had night adult time in a year. And I was like, I bet your husband has. Girl. So I don't even know if I can say the word. She's celibate. She's abstaining. Yes, same thing. Someone said it's different. I don't get it. But anyway. So yeah, so all the girls are just like, they can't believe it. They all going crazy. They can't believe it. And I found that to be funny. Mia says she don't believe her. Why does she have to lie? Who would lie about? I don't know. Okay, but Mia thinks she's boring, so maybe that's why, because she don't have no adult time stories. Ashley says, I'm sure she pleasures herself. Ashley, we need you to stop talking on Stacy. You never know what to say. You done got in trouble. You putting your feet on her counter. You're talking about her new friend. Why don't you just be quiet? She just doesn't know when to be quiet. Giselle, now she should have been quiet too. So Giselle says her man is a man of God too, because we know Stacy's man is not doing that because he's very religious. So Jizzy is like, Reverend Jamal Bryant is religious too because he's a pastor. But she said that man of God has had plenty. And we already know what you mean, girl. Game recognized game. In your bedroom and outside your bedroom, honey. We know. How many outside kids does Reverend Jamal Bryant have? I was like, Giselle, you should have been quiet, girl. We know Reverend Bryant has had plenty in your bedroom and out of your bedroom, honey. Oh, so then Karen brings up the word boring. And they said, you boring. So Stacey like, who called me boring? And I like that because she's like, she getting a little riled up. These new girls are bringing it. How come Vivian wasn't invited on this trip? I know she's Karen's friend, but why was she not there? Anyway, hey, Vivian. So, who called me boring? And so Giselle said, I said you were stiff. Okay, stiff. And then Karen is over here pointing at me, and they're sitting next to each other. So she's kind of like pointing. It's like when I was coming up, you got on the person that told your business. If you was talking to someone, they told it, you got mad at that person. They're not doing this anymore. You just address the issue, but you don't never hold the one accountable for telling your business. Why are we not getting on that person? I don't know, but okay, it's a show. It's a reality show. Okay, maybe that's what it is. So Karen is pointing at me like she said it. She said it. She said it. And so Stacey's like, I'm not letting this bother me. And and I'm loving that for Stacey. She is like, I'm grown. I'm grown. You can have it, whatever, because your life compared to mine, girl, bye. Yes, I'm having a divorce the right way. Uh-huh. You over there divorcing with your with your boyfriend, got them all in the pictures with 2 or 3 of your kids, just a mess. Good going, Stacy. Good call. So they get back to the house, honey, and dinner was set. They're going to be in the backyard. They got signature cocktails. The table is set and it's getting dark. And Mia's friends who live in the neighborhood, because this is Lake Norman is where Mia is from. So she still have friends that are there. So they come over to hang out. And so at the table, Giselle brings up her event to Karen because she has to go. So she tells Karen, I've been being a friend to you, but I'm not receiving that back from you. Karen says, I needed them with me. I needed them with me too. I needed their support. But I told them to support both of us. Yeah, but you didn't support Giselle at all. She regrets not being there for Giselle because, this is a charity for her father. And I'm guessing that Giselle was there for Karen when she lost her parents. So it's like, you weren't there for me, friend. So Karen says, I regret not being there for you, but I am not taking responsibility for your behavior. And it's like, well, yeah, no one asked you to do that, Karen, because, yeah, but at the same time, like I said, you should have told the group, but uh maybe y'all should have kept talking and just decided on who should go where and divide the group. And these people go to Giselle's and these people go to yours, Karen. It would have been fine. But then at the same time, Giselle, you getting mad at them for being 3 or 4 minutes late was just diabolical. But she was already mad, so I don't even care if they came. That was Ashley trying to get them there by 8. I think Giselle was just mad because they wasn't there at whatever time the thing started. 6, they wasn't there. So she was like, then don't come. That was Giselle saying, just don't come. So moving forward, their communication, they got to work on their communication because it can definitely be better. And they both, and Karen agrees. And it's like, yeah, like sometimes you can text, but it should have been a moment where someone should have called. Like, Karen, you should have called Giselle first, talked about it, and then y'all could have sent out a mass text. That's what friends would do. But they flash back. Karen made it seem like her event was the same day, but earlier in the day. And then she committed to, I'll be at your event that day too. Don't worry. And I get it. She probably didn't know, got confused. But I mean, who has a award? I don't know. Anyway, I've never been a part of an award ceremony, so I don't know. It just seemed like it would be a nighttime event. But yeah, you messed up, Karen, and you've been messing up all season. It's only been 4 episodes. So is Karen Besties? Is Karen supposed to be the villain this season? Is that what we're doing? Because she is really on her way. She's being a villain. I know, yeah, she's kind of, yeah, she's doing villain stuff. So Karen agrees. I've been there for you, be there for me. That's what Giselle is saying. Karen agrees to that. Karen is just agreeing. Right, because you just flashing on all your friends. So Giselle says she is tired of being mad at Karen. And you know what, Giselle, we are too. It's like you guys need to get it together. Y'all have thrown shots at each other. Y'all do the things, but yeah, I'm ready for y'all to just smooth things out. And now that we don't have Robin on the show, and Candace and Sharice, maybe y'all could focus on that, So they're good. They cool. They're in a good place now. Giselle has to leave because the twins are having a cap and gown ceremony. And she says she'll fly back after that. And I'm sitting here like, what is a cap and gown ceremony? I don't even know what that is. Is that the graduation? Because the ceremony, so it's the graduation. Is that what we saying now? Cap and gown ceremony and not graduation? But it is a graduation. It's high school. But hey, East Coast, West Coast, different lingo, different slang, different. But I guess she's going to them girls' graduation. But my thing is, why are you even here yet? Like, shouldn't you came here just to have a lunch, pick out your room, go on a boat ride. You didn't even stay for dinner, and you know you like dinner. I hope they saved her a plate because, honey, that chef said they was having, oh, girl, all kinds of the good stuff. They was having a good little menu. Steak, lobster, I think, asparagus, potatoes, and something else. Sad, whatever. But it's like, why did you come if the girls were getting ready to graduate? Don't you need to be there for the hair and the makeup well, maybe Reverend Bryant was there. It's a show. She had to clock in for her check. So she gonna come back. Okay. So more of Mia friends come on over, sit down, they talking, the chef prepares the feast. It looks yummy. So the friends go around and they tell a story about Mia. So, just blah, blah, blah. Oh, when I was there with Ink, we all was a kids and he sucked your toes. Okay. Well, I was here go Jacqueline. I was there back when you was driving a Honda Civic on blah blah blah. We went shopping at Payless. Another friend knew her when she was getting married to G, and she was there when she was getting her wedding gown. Is that what I heard, or am I just adding to it? Anyway, so they're doing all that. So I think, what did the friend Joy say something? But anyway, here go Mia pre-producing this moment. So Mia tells her story about her friend Joy and Karen. They went out one night. They was in DC, had a nice night. They show a picture. Karen was cute. And so Mia tells Karen, yeah, when you left us, you butt dialed us. And we heard you say, oh, those girls think I'm with Ray. And the episode ends. It's a to be continued. It's like, wait, what? Huh? Come again? Oh, child. I can't wait to hear what Karen gonna say because she being mean and she's trying to be a villain. How's she gonna get out of this? What's she gonna say? I can't wait. Besties, what do you guys think about this episode? Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's the end of this. I rated it an 8, and I am out of here. I got some running around to do. You guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, besties.